I'm Mama.
What's your name, though?
Well, it happens to be Shannon.
Happens to be Shannon. I'm Michael, and I'm Daddy. And this is McKenna.
She has a congenital brain disorder called semi-lobar holoprosencephaly. Big long word. Some people can't even say it.
Some people.
Like
Grandma.
her family. Like Grandma Rachel. And Aunt
Riley.
Granny. Georgia, don't even get us started with her.
She can barely say McKenna.
Exactly. It basically means that her brain didn't properly form and divide into two hemispheres, causing most of her brain to be fused together. And
But she's cute.
She is cute. We found all this out when I was pregnant. So, it was a very rough pregnancy. And she has a gene mutation called Sonic Hedgehog. Not making that up. You can go look it up. And I got tested and I'm the carrier of the gene, unfortunately. We were asked if we wanted an abortion, but we said no, because at the time we didn't know what exactly was wrong with her. She was born on March 18th, 2015, at 38 weeks exactly.
5 pounds, 2 ounces.
And 2 ounces and 18.5 inches long.
Big girl.
Yeah. I can't imagine having a baby her size now.
Now she is
10
pounds.
But when she was born, she didn't have any fat on her. She was as skinny as she could be. I had her via C-section because the inducement failed. During labor, she was getting stressed out and was losing oxygen, but it was not an emergency, thank goodness. I didn't get to see her for about 12 hours because she had to go straight to the NICU, and they made me wait until I could feel my legs. They wanted to take the
Probably
catheter.
best.
Yeah. They wanted to take the catheter out, but I was
Peed
like,
all the way down the hallway.
yeah, I wanted to go see my baby, so I went about midnight.
With a jar full of pee.
It wasn't a jar, it was a bag.
It was a bucket.
It wasn't a bucket. It was the worst pain in the entire world, but I would do it all over again because I wanted to see this baby. Daddy got to see her and hold her before me, but he got pictures and sent them to me, thank goodness. And she was just the most beautiful, perfect little baby. We didn't know she was going to have a cleft lip or palate because she always had her hand like this or like this or just hiding her face. So we didn't know until she was born, and they showed her to us over the little curtain after they pulled her out of my belly. And she let out the biggest scream and cried, and oh, it was just so sweet, and I cried my eyes out. And he started wiping my tears, and he's like, why did you wear makeup? I'm like, I didn't do it on purpose. Wanted to look good for the pictures, I guess, right?
That's alright.
But we just thought she was the most perfect little thing, and she still is. But, babies with her condition, only 3% make it to a live birth, as most of them end in miscarriage. Out of that 3%, only 1% make it to 6 months of age. So McKenna will be
4 months.
4 months old on July 18th. So she has about 2 more months till she hits the 6-month mark, and we know for a fact that she will live a long life. Well, I guess not for a fact. We know. We just have that feeling. She started having seizures shortly after she was born, so they started her on phenobarbital right away. 2 days after she was born, they tried to feed her with the bottle, She took about 2 or 3 sucks and she was just really tired. So they said they weren't going to try again for another week or so. So they put the tube down her throat called an NG tube. And then they did the gravity feeds, which is where they hold a little syringe up and they put a little bit of formula in it and let her eat out of that. And then we learned that they weren't going to try with the bottle again. So we kind of had a discussion about the G-tube. He didn't want it right away because he thought they weren't trying hard enough with the bottle. But I wanted it more for her nutritional needs, because I know it's not fun having a tube down your throat. And I'm sure she didn't like the tape on her face, and so we decided that she was going to have the surgery. And so at 9 days old, she went in to have the surgery to put the feeding tube in. Talk about nerve-wracking, right? It was so scary. We waited outside that NICU for hours waiting for them to come back. Every time that door opened, we were like, is she here? Is she here? But the surgeon came out finally about, 2.5 hours later or so, and told us that she did perfectly fine, and she was in there back in the pod in the NICU. And so we went in to see her, and oh, it was so pitiful. It was so sad. She had the tube down her throat, and but thankfully they weaned her off of it pretty quickly. So but they didn't start her feeds for about 24 hours or so. And then 2 days after the surgery, they stopped the pain meds, which I was not for. She hasn't been home very long. This is the longest she's been home, knock on wood. And she's been home for about 13 days this time, without having to go to the hospital. And
she's loving it.
She
Look at that.
She's just chilling.
The baby is cute.
And so, but since she is born, she's been diagnosed with seizures, diabetes insipidus, which is not the regular diabetes. It has to do with your sodium levels. Panhypopituitarism, which means that she has her pituitary gland, but but the anterior part, which is the back part,
Doesn't work all the time.
doesn't work all the time. So she takes medicine for that. She has hypothyroidism, reflux, really, really bad. What else is there?
We have a huge extended family.
We do.
Going on 16.
No, it's like almost 15,300 followers
Yeah,
on
15,000.
Facebook. And we love all of you.
And if you're watching this, then that means you mean something to both of us.
Yes.
In McKenna.
She doesn't know she's on camera,
She
obviously.
doesn't.
She's just laid back
She
chilling in her
doesn't
diaper.
care. She doesn't.
But
And this
she-
YouTube channel is for
raising her and
raising her, us.
our everyday life, what we go through, what she goes through, and it won't be all fun.
We'll try to keep it as real as we can.
It won't be all fun and honky dory and
Hunky dory.
shut up. She has lots of seizures. She's on 4.
And if you're not in that 15,000 people on Facebook that we know, then hello, you know who we are. Then you've learned about HP, and that means we're doing our job.
Yes, because it's not very well known. You really only know about it when your baby has it. Honestly, it's our doctor said that they don't even, when she was in the NICU now, one of them said that you don't even learn about it in medical school. They learn about the trisomies and all that, but not about holoprosencephaly. And I got a text message. We'll look at that later. But her condition is pretty severe. According to her MRIs, they said she'll never walk. She may never talk. She may not even make it to school.
That's it.
But we're not gonna put
Restrictions on her.
restrictions on her because she's already trying to hold her head up. And she sat up a little bit, like what, a second, maybe 2 seconds,
Mhm.
and
She kicks.
she kicks at us, and she makes the cutest little noises, and
She's full of life, this kid.
she really is. And she did not come with an expiration date stamped on her foot.
She is.
She's a miracle. She really is.
And every day with this kid is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Look at that sweet girl. Isn't she just so chubby?
She's not that big. If she looks big on this, she's not.
She's
not that big.
She's really, really tiny. I mean, she's still in newborn clothes.
And we're going to do mail vlogs because she gets a lot of mail.
Yes.
Way more than we ever get.
Yes, because we're not special
Me.
like her.
I guess for now that's it, right? If you want to like her Facebook,
It is Prayers for McKenna Rain. McKenna is spelled capital M. But her name is spelled capital M, lowercase c, capital K, E-N-N-A, and her middle name is R-A-Y-N-E.
people think we're crazy. Because we see things like that and we see her stop breathing and we're just.
I mean,
We're
it's
calm
not
about it.
really, it's not really second nature, but it's what we have to go through, what she has to go through. So it's not that we're used to it. It's just there's no sense in getting freaked out about it because that doesn't help anyone. And she stays naked most of the time. We may do some outfit vlogs too.
We will. This kid dresses up.
But
Calls a mama.
yeah. And her headbands are the cutest little things ever. Her head is very tiny. She has something called microcephaly, which just means small head. So. But
Her head is
11 and a half inches around.
12
12
inches. 12 inches.
12 inches around. I counted wrong. Sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a tape measure. Huh?
Guess not. But But she stays naked most of the time because she gets really, really hot. And as you know, that causes seizures for her. I dress her up and stuff, but the clothes don't stay on very
Facebook.
long.
That's where you can find that.
Yeah.
If you want to see it
Her
before.
outfits.
Yeah.
Her outfits are adorable. Oh my gosh. And people send us the cutest little
We
things.
have some here. We have some. Someone sent
This
us
is
this.
a
What was her name?
headband. Melissa Mosley.
Melissa Mosley. Thank you, by the way.
This is from this is from Mariana and Anna.
Oh.
And they sent us some things that they had just lying around. And look at these little slippers.
If you send mail, we'll put it in one of these vlogs. And if you want to watch these vlogs, fine. If not, you don't have to watch them. They're for us. And they're for people who want to watch them.
Yes. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would like to see them.
Yeah.
But if not, that's fine.
Alright, so
Alrighty.
this is
our-
Raising McKenna. And this is our life. Starting
now.